Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Check this out. Bulletproof Traders with our market overview and portfolio breakdown broadcast. One of my favorites. We have quite a lot to talk about. We have actively speaking, we have 4 positions right now. But we have 2 more that we just got out of with the full intention to go right back in. And I believe it's coming. We got out from local reasons. We've seen some interesting resistance levels, local resistance levels activated, kicked into action. So it felt like, yeah, we're going to take some profit and wait for it to come off a little bit and get in with a better price. I'm talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'm going to keep those for last. Let's talk about the 4 that are running right now, active. One of my favorites is the Binance. Clearly, take a look at yesterday. By the way, today we had a close, a monthly close. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Monthly close. Take a look how the month closed up with regards to 644.95. That's a very strong bullish sign coming from the Binance. All right, just make note of that. Very strong sign coming from the Binance. Very strong bullish sign. First, the fact that it managed to close that monthly bar above 644.95 last month, and this month the huge pullback, right? So yeah, it's bullish here from a short-term perspective. The break above 654.62 yesterday, which is what it was literally a couple of hours ago. Also, sign of continuation to the next big key level. 678 happens to be our target, official target. So we doubled up, right? We doubled up. We already took some profit here, by the way. Ripple's looking good. Didn't like the way it was starting to drop right off the bat today in today's session. So I took out one of the trades that was having the most profit on it, the lowest one, just as a form of money management control. So yeah, packeting some more profit from the Ripple, because this is the second time we're taking profit on the Ripple. But if it starts to come back up, guess what? We're going to throw that trade right back in. Here we're driving to 242.37, eventually 266.56. This is the big picture situation. Looks very encouraging. Upside, yeah, a lot of upside potential. Like I said, 266 at the very minimum, probably going to go beyond. But we're good with 266 as final destination for this particular upside wave. LinkedIn, of Chainlink. I've mixed them up a little bit. Chainlink is doing so-so, roughly around break-even point for us. We're waiting for the breakout. There are some elements that containing price action right now. I'm talking about the short-term CPM system that highlights here the short-term cycle. You can see short-term cycle is contained here with 1353 right now as we speak, and it will be still contained a little bit higher at 1388. So there's 2 obstacles to break before we're gonna have that big push to 15. So just yeah, and another thing we should take notice of. Stop loss level roughly around 1170, I would say. This is how the big picture looks like. We're waiting for it to hit 15 and potentially go full-on bull cycle to 1935. Now you're looking at the monthly chart, but I'm not going to take you that far. For us, we're just kind of keeping our eyes on the ball. So what's coming, what's imminent is more important. Stellar is not doing so stellar lately, as opposed to the rest of them. Probably the most disappointing one, I would say. Still trading very, very low in comparison to the rest, right? I'm just thinking it's going to catch up, right? Obviously, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's going to catch up. we see a move that's supposed to start escalating. I'm talking about the pace, of course, to 28.40. So that's a target. That's a solid target. Later down the road, we're going to start introducing 34.72 as kind of a medium to long-term target, right? But yeah, what I'm actually waiting for is the crossover 24.41. So it's approaching. I mean, it's closing in, but yeah, I want to see price action breaking through, and then I can start thinking about getting more aggressive, increasing my position size here, right? Yeah, so the two that I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Here's what happened. Ethereum went straight to the top of the local resistance it had, dominating its short-term cycle ever since June 24. So I'm talking about 4 days, right? 4 days back and forth, and then we saw this, right? Didn't like the close, suggesting it might go for another drop. Closed it out, but I'm waiting for the moment it starts to crack above 25.03 with the 4-hour chart potentially even, and we're gonna start piling up our trades all over again because we're chasing 26.38. That's the real target, right? So we're just taking a little bit of a break in case it wants to drop back to the lower section of that very short, very local system. Then obviously that would be better, right? We can pick it up from 2400, but there's a good chance it won't go there, and it's gonna went straight to cracking that 25.03 level. So we have to be on top of it to make sure it's not going to run away too quickly and we're going to miss that, that boat. So that's the Ethereum situation. And then Bitcoin, which had very similar technical situation on the very short-term front, where instead, in the case of the Ethereum, you can see it's on the top of its range, right? I'm talking about very short-term range. Right now, it's about to break. Bitcoin, however, is a lot more bearish, right? It's already making contact with the lower section. What I would love to see, and I'm going to wait for it patiently, is the potential for price action to penetrate into the lower section and give me a price that I'm really interested in, which is like 106.250 or 106.300, right, where the previous low is. And then turning around, that would be the sweet spot to pick it up from. Otherwise, I'm probably going to wait for it to break above 107.930 to engage for the first time, and then once it starts to break above 108.750 here, that's going to be the second time where I'm going to engage, increase my position, double up my position size, because we're chasing 102.280, which is not too far away by the way, but also with some price extension, we find 111.570 also pretty attractive as a target. Alright, so these are the 6 assets we're involved with. Basically, 5 active, 2 semi-active, you might call it. Let me have a quick segue to our performance. Our performance report, live, real live, verified on MyFXBook, industry standard validator, right? So I want to talk about obviously the closing month, because that's what we're all interested in, how the last month was, right? The month of June. In terms of all, general profit, all-time profit, we're right now at 65, almost kissing basically 65%. So that's kind of exciting, to be honest. But let's go down to the breakdown of our, of the months of the year, if you will, right? So last month, June, just closed out. Profit 7.19, which is very satisfactory. Very satisfactory. I've said that before, and I'm going to say it again. Everything above 5 is good for me. If it's above 7, it's better than good, right? It's what I call very satisfactory. So I'm very happy about the month of June. You can see it came after a month that was kind of lackluster, right? The month of May, We just grinded out 2.27, which is definitely not satisfactory. That's what it is. I would even say disappointing. Obviously, there's levels to this, right? You can compare that to the month of February, which was horrible. Right? There's no other way to put it. So yeah, I mean, always good to be in positive territory. But yeah, for me, it's just I'm aiming to be above 5, right? Anything above 5, and I feel good about that month. Even 4.07, which we had in January, I would sleep well with that just as well. But again, trying to aim for the range between 5 to 10. Anyway, so that's where we are right now with June. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. We're starting off with July. So it's going to be super interesting to follow up on this one, guys. Thank you for the time. Wishing you a great trading week. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.